All right. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another day trade live stream. We're about to get started right about now. Let's switch this over to our ThinkorSwim. And where are we at? Where are we at? Boom. Here we go. Boom. Let's go. Okay. Um. So, just starting off right off the bat, analyzing some stocks. First and foremost, we have CETX. These are the only news for CETX right here. So far, CETX stocks, Digital Allies, Semtech stocks more than double in wake of public protests. These are the news right here. These are the three major stocks to watch right now due to the protesting for George Floyd that is happening nationwide here in the U.S. and DGLY, which provides body cameras for law enforcement. CETX, which it's some security services company, and then AAXN, which is an electrical which makes electrical weapons for defense and has an app to remotely view body cameras footage. These three stocks have majorly doubled up. So CETX, DGLY, and AXXN. These are the three biggest stocks to watch right now, especially if the protests do continue happening. Right now I'm analyzing them. So first and foremost, let's start with CETX. We have some support at 1.8, resistance at 260. The next resistance is around $3, and so far it's about to hit that 260 resistance. If it does get past that $3 mark, then our next resistance point is going to be right here at $4. It's not very ideal right there at $4, but that's something big to watch, especially around these long wicks over here on these bars. So that is going to be the next point right there. As for alerts, being that it's already making a reversal right here, our best alert to have is around 250, or my best alert to have is actually 250, not ours, because my day trading day, not yours. So let's put in a 250 alert right here, and this thing just froze for a minute, but that's fine. There we go. So 250 alert, that's gonna be the first alert, and we're gonna have a really close alert over here. But if this thing decides to go haywire or sell off instead of do its thing, then at 220 or less is gonna be the next alert. And then for confirmation, of course, we're gonna put it at 261, 2.61, so $2.61 for the confirmation alert. I got a feeling CETX is definitely going to be a big one. Average volume is less than a million. Right now it's at 10 million already. So this, like I said, this is going to be a big stock to watch. Next we have DGLY. This stock went from $1 all the way up to $5 pre-market this morning. It was around around 1 a.m. 1:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, and then right now it's trading around $1. So this one has a lot of major work. We have a lot of major work to do for analyzing it. I see some resistance over here at $3. Let's see. We have lower highs over here, or higher lows. That's what I meant to say, higher lows. So 1.2, 3, and 4, which it drove it up in the past. But for right now, let's see. Where's so you're gonna have like all these little points. So this kind of um, stepping stone is where we'll know where the next levels of resistance are. So right here it's at 380. Um, we have multiple points over close to almost $5. So there we go. So those are all some of the major points that I see on this. Let me delete this one right here. Boom. So there it is. And then now for alerts. This one is just we have to watch it big. I can't create any alerts since there's major points over here. But one main one that I can truly see, it's right here on 230, right there at 230, right before that sell-off happened right there. So 230, and of course if this thing wants to go a different direction and close to less than 190, it's gonna be its ideal thing. So 190, boom. So we'll see how this behaves right here. So again, CETX, DJLY, and AAXN was at 75, went to $83. Again, this is one of those companies that is a major one for defense, basically for the law enforcement footage, law enforcement defense, and then just electrical weapons for especially for these protests that are happening for George Floyd. So those are three big stocks to watch. Moving up next, we have AYTU, daily average volume 17 million. Pre-market, it's already at 7 million. If you look for it, it does have some news. So AYTU announces emergency use authorization of COVID-19 rapid test. So this is a long statement that it looks like I have to read we have to read quickly. Ooh, damn. So it looks like the emergency use authorization of the COVID-19 rapid test was granted by the FDA on May 29th. And they announced their distribution agreement to distribute to Shanghai Orient gene rapid tests on March 10th of 2020. Okay. Yeah, so it looks like the FDA did approve that rapid test, that emergency use authorization. Yeah, so the FDA approved that, which it's definitely some big news. Again, for COVID-19, as everyone's still trying, some biotech companies are still trying to find a vaccine for COVID-19, but I'm not sure if that's going to be still something, as again these protests that are happening, people are closer than ever, and I'm not sure what the number of cases are going to be for that, but we'll see how this goes. It looks like it is a gap. We have a huge gapper up, like upper gap, or I don't know how you like to call it, but we have a huge gap up over here, and I'm afraid that since there's a gap over here that it's above too, that it gapped up, it kind of filled this gap. Same thing over here, another gap up. Excuse me. There's another gap up, and it also got filled below. So this one hasn't gotten filled. These two white ones did, and so I'm afraid that AYTU might fill this gap over here. Let's hope that it doesn't, but if it does, that's gonna be that's a big play to watch right there. So let's actually, I'm gonna set up this right here. Be the low of this one, which could be 91 cents. It's fine right there, 91. And I don't have any major support or resistance over here, as you can see. So no major support or resistances. Actually, guys, there's actually one right here, as a matter of fact, right here at 150, and we have some support over here at 120, and then right there at 91 cents. So for certainty, those are the my points right there. Let's see, 214 is the next resistance over here. So I'm gonna create my alerts right here at $1.80, and of course our confirmation is going to be right there at the pre-market high at $1.85, but I'm gonna put it a cent above to always have some certainty, and $1.86. And if this thing wants to sell off, then we're gonna put it right here at $1.65 or less, and see how it goes from there. Boom. So AYTU, DGLY, we already did it. Hexo, average volume 13. It's already at 3 million pre-market. Looking for some news. Hexo's Belleville facility receives its sales license. Okay, Belleville, Ontario. So that's some good news. It received their license in the city of Canada, Belleville, Ontario. So that's pretty good. All right, so let's see from here. All right, so next we have, all right, so Hexo, let's see. So these are not too much of a big news for me, but if anything, we're gonna create an alert right here at 78 cents. And then our confirmation is going to be right here, 80 cents. I'm putting another one. Boom, there we go. 80 cents. And then below that, if it wants to sell off at 72 cents, it's going to be our alert right there if it wants to sell off. So there we go. So Hexo. Next we have NXP. TNXP has some news. Tonics Pharmaceutical announces whatever that is, film diosynth biotechnology to be manufacturing partner for COVID-19 vaccine. The candidate TNX 1800. Okay, so it looks like they announced a partner manufacturer for COVID-19. So it's a penny stock. Looks like I have created some resistance points of it in the past. Yep. Looks like it was probably somewhere over here, maybe on February. I don't know, but we'll see how it goes. So it looks like I got major resistance and supports over here. So it's downtrending. I'm not gonna keep my eye too much on it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just going to go create one alert right here at 71 cents, since it is selling off. Since on the daily trend it's below this resistance right here, so if it comes above it, then I know, because I have a huge gap right here. And I'm gonna create another one right here at 83 cents, since I see major points right there, seeing all these wicks right here, 1, 2, this one 3, almost there. So 3 wicks that are letting me know that these points are some good points for me to watch for an alert. All right, so let's do next NBRB. All right, so NBRB, let's see, we have some already created some support and resistance in the past. It's trading right now at 86 cents, so made a huge cup, but the handle didn't. Maybe the handle's about to get created. It closed at $1.14 on what is on the 29th, on May 29th, so on Friday, and then now it's trading low. So it looks like they have a direct offering, so somebody invested into the company, but now it's trading around 86 cents. So we're gonna put an alert right here at 89 cents. Boom, and then our confirmations could be right here at 92 cents. Alright, so, and if it wants to sell off, then we'll put it below 82 cents. So right here, 81. That's perfectly fine. Any more news for it? Besides them announcing their 32 million common stock offering. So nothing there. So there we go. Those those are major points. AESE. Nothing, no news for it. Yeah, so no news for it, and it's trading at 365, so almost close to $4. Huge sell-off over here when the coronavirus happened. So we have some resistance right there at 335. We have some support right here. Looks like at close to 250. And then we have a resistance right here at $6. So huge spread right there, but let's see where this goes. So $6 is the next resistance right there. So support at 335, resistance at $6. I'll put an alert right here at 380, 381, and then confirmation. I'm gonna put it right here, close to I'm gonna do 395 for confirmation if it wants to make a reversal. And if it wants to continue selling off, then I'm gonna put an alert right here at 340 or below. So 339, that's perfectly fine right there. As you see, it's selling off, but we can watch the reversal right here. GNUS, I'm not even gonna get involved with this one. Any news? No news. So GNUS, looking at my previous list right here, it's come up here multiple times and nothing really happens with it. So I have my huge list over here of previous stocks that have made their pikes and their spikes, and stocks that have sold off like crazy. So and this list is not from anywhere else. This is from my list. Nobody's gonna create their own list. As you can see, I have missed trades over here, but this is these trades right here. I have them written on a on a mail card, so I have to look for that mail card and update this list, this section right there. But otherwise, these other ones are just part from my own personal trading that I've analyzed. I look back, taking screenshots of them, so it's all right here from I think it's the beginning of the year. There's some here, and then there's some on my phone too. So yeah. So let's keep on moving forward. So yeah, GNUS, I'm not even gonna get involved with it. It's not gonna do anything for me. Looks like NERV, revise webcast and call information. Whenever there was to hold webcast and call with key option leaders 2%. 2% additional analysis for phase 3 trial for treatment of negative syndrome in schizophrenia. Yep. So they're looking to hold a webcast with key option leaders 2% phase 3 of whatever they're doing for schizophrenia. So let's analyze this real quick. So it's trading at what? It's trading around 419. So huge gap down from Thursday to Friday. So right there we have major resistance points and support. So low, this one is to be 1241. I'll leave it like that, and then high of this is 555. That's right there. So right off the bat, we have a major resistance. So now we got to look for some support close to the $4 over here. As you can see, we do have a $4 support, and then from there we see that we have a whole almost $1 of a huge difference for support and resistance. So we got to look for some routine, and really there's nothing in between besides this point right here. So we have a point which is still less than that. So no point in between, and it does have a huge gap down. We can look at its history for its gaps. So looking back further, we have one gap right here. It does fill that gap. We have another gap right here. So based on this, it looks like it does get fill its gap. So 1 to 1 ratio. So 100% it does fill its gaps. So maybe we can expect for this gap above 555 to get filled. I know it says 554. I just can't be accurate for right now, but around 555 or above. So we'll see how it goes from there. I'm gonna start an alert right here at 430. 432, that's perfectly fine. And then I'm gonna set my confirmation right here at 444. 445. I'll make it 445 actually. And if he wants to sell off, then 390 or below is gonna be our point for us to watch if he wants to sell off. So boom, there we go. All right, and next we have COTY. So Cuddy. Cuddy had some news due to Kylie Jenner's misleading revenue for her company. So on Friday they were selling off, but now they're coming back again. Let's see, they released a lot of news. So they released a lot of news. Let's see. Okay, so we have a lot of news due to this Kylie Jenner a deal that happened, and a lot of discrepancy that was misled for them to think that Kylie Jenner's company was actually had more profits than they actually did. So KKR to acquire 60% of Cuddy's professional retail hair business for $2.5 billion. So they sell 60%. Yeah, so they sold major. Why did they sell? And this is crazy. So they had so somebody else bought Cuddy right now for 60% of their hair products. So then they're gonna have a new CEO. It's their fourth CEO, it looks like. And see what else. And that puts the business at $4.3 billion in cash and debt free. So Cuddy owns only 40% of it. So damn, that's crazy. So a huge deal that just went that just kind of helped out Cuddy due to the bad news of Kylie's bad deal that happened a couple years back. So yeah, that's pretty good for Cuddy. All right, so I need to start adding some of these stocks to the list. Let's check out SXBA. Nothing there. Macy's, Party City. Ooh, Party City. Where's it at? Below 120. Nice. Hertz. Oh my god. Lunkin Coffee. So I need to watch actually PRTY. All right. So AYTU. Part of the list for TA. Who was it? Hexo. Yep. Hexo. NBRR. Okay. AESE. I'll watch AESE for a reversal. And I'll also watch Cuddy just in case. So that's the watch list for today. Not a big one. The big one that I'm watching is CETX. This stock I know for sure, especially again due to the protest happening. Everyone's trying to look for like a stock for it due to the protests, and here they are. Three major ones are CETX, DGLY, and what's the other? AAXN. So those are the big ones to watch. So 2 minutes to the market opens. Let me know in the in the chat what stocks are you guys watching. All right, so a minute left for the market to open up. As we can see, CETX is gonna hit this alarm at 250, and of course we have to wait confirmation. So I'm gonna move this 261 alert to 266, because that's the pre-market high. The 251 was the pre-market high before, but again we'll keep on. Actually, was it? Yeah. Yes, it was. It was like 254. So we're gonna keep on an eye on CETX, see what kind of move it makes. Again, so it's expected to open around 250. So it's good. This mark right here at 250 is definitely gonna hit off right away. So just 3 seconds left. 2, 1, boom. Market opens. So see how it goes. So there it goes. So 256. So 270. So a lot of risk trading right here in the first minute. Yeah, a lot of you expecting a huge move, but of course the next resistance that we have is around $3. So we're gonna be watching the level 2. We have to watch it like crazy. So looking at the level 2, remember buyers or slash demand on the left side, supply on the right side. So if you see big numbers right here popping up, so a lot of alerts happening right here. DLGY, NERV, and Hexo. So DLGY, it hit that the only alert that I created for it. So which was at 230. So I'm gonna recreate it again and then put it around 335. Well, I'm just getting a lot of alerts over here. So CETX, Jesus. NERV. I gotta check it. NERV. I don't even have it part of this list. All right, let's readjust some of this. So NERV looks like it's a big mover. Yep, 470. So NERV hit me up with an alert at 430 and at 445. All right, so NERV big move, and then just look at that sell-off happening right now. That is a live, huge sell-off that is happening with NERV. That is crazy. AESE, it hit, like I had mentioned, it was going to sell off, but then we had to watch for the reversal, and here's the reversal coming up. Looking at the level 2, let's see. So looking at the level 2, huge reversal for AESE as it was selling off, but then, like I said, that was something big to watch on. And now it's just selling off as well. But that's part of its game. All right, AAXN, huge move. I just need to watch on Party City at $1.15. Okay, I need to create an alert see if it comes less than $1.10. Okay, STNE at hit a high of $32, and then now it should be selling off. So we'll see how that goes there. AXN still moving. CETX, so huge move, sold off like crazy, and now reversals happening. So AESE still there's a battle going on between buyers and sellers over there. So let's see what is gonna happen. So let me create this line right here in the middle. Again, this is the different buyers again slash demand, and then seller slash supply. So we'll gotta keep an eye on that seller supply. So if the numbers, if the asking size or the bidding size, if the asking size increases on the seller side, that means that supply is cutting down short, and the price, because the demand is there, is gonna drive the price up. Now, if the bidding size is lower, is higher than the asking size of the sellers, that means that the demand is too high and the price is just not there enough. But good entry point right here for AESE, right there at $4. So let's see, let's get in right here, and let's do a bracket of all right, it's still waiting. I'm just gonna wait for it to reconciliate itself. Yeah, I'm not gonna get in when it's at 430, or yeah, when it's close to 430. So you just gotta be always gotta have some patience over here. As you can see, there's a huge spike, some reconciliation, which is a big reconciliation, and then if it wants to continue moving up, then well, of course we'll keep an eye on that. But just gotta wait for the reconciliation over here, and then just looking at the level 2 between buyers and sellers. We can see that a lot of buyers are stepping up right here. So we see 20s, and then if you look at the sides, there's like single numbers, so single digit numbers, while on the left side is there was double digit numbers. So there it is. And now, as you can see, it's making a reversal, but it's just the volume for the buyers is not there, and then the supply is still high, so the price is probably just going to be dropping up a little bit. So again, simple supply and demand level over here. Of course, if it gets above 425, we should be able to see it right here in the level 2. Otherwise, if we don't, then we know that this thing is going to be just selling off. So again, just looking at this, we saw 53 just a couple of seconds ago of bidding size. And remember, if it's a 1, you got to multiply it times 100. So now if you see 10, you multiply that times 100. So again, when there's big numbers, when there's double digits, that's some big order, especially in the 20s, 30s, or 200s. So you just got to keep an eye on this level 2 right here. So we see the supply coming down low, but the demand still doing the same thing. So there it is. The supply just dropped like crazy. We see the supply dropping off like crazy, but the buyers are just right there. So it's an even battle right here. It's an even battle, and it's just creating a lot of this thing is just creating a lot of pressure for volatility. So there's just a lot of risk on this on this stock right here, AESE. Yeah, so just a lot of volatility. So I'm more on the short sell of it. I'm waiting for it to reach its high and then just short sell the hell out of it. Because again, like I said, there's just a lot of volatility over here. $487. We see that there's a lot of resistance right there. $487. $489 coming up. Yeah, so $487. It's just a lot of resistance right there. And again, I'm more on the short sell of it. So I'm waiting for this red candle and the next red candle for confirmation that it's going to be selling off. This thing's going to definitely sell off like crazy. So if it gets below 458, it's just going to be selling off. But 487 resistance, 490. Okay. Again, if it keeps on going up, there's still a lot of great opportunity on the short sell of it. So if it gets below 458, we definitely know that it's gonna be selling off um like crazy. So let's let it keep on riding. Again, there's a lot of risk on this stock right here. Let's change this to the 5-minute time frame. $5, 513, 515. So looking at the 5-minute, it is bullish. So it still has a lot of potential, but I'm just waiting for that crack, and then I'm just gonna leave it live so that way you guys can see how this crack is gonna go. So there it is. That's the 1-minute time frame. We can see the confirmation of a sell-off about to start happening. Looking at the level 2, no momentum there yet, but just on these candles, it's just sell-off coming up soon. So we'll stand by and see how it is. So Cuddy that got bought by KKR or KKR, was it? KKR, but gets owned by 60%, just driving the price up, but possibly selling off right here if it comes below 410. STNE is a stock, major stock that I was watching. Let me hide this real quick and see if he reconciliates for the next couple of days. Hopefully comes down lower. I'm just shorting on it. And then Party City, another one that I'm watching, came down to a low of $1.12, waiting for it to get close to $1.10. And STNE just keeps on going up. So AESE still wants to sell off. On the 5-minute, we can see a huge wick coming up, so possible sell-off happening over here. So just gotta stand by and see what's gonna happen with it. DLGY, did I have an alert for DLGY? What? Didn't? Yes, I did. 2:30. Got a 2:30 alert. That I got hit with it. Of course, it kept on going up, but there's just a lot of, looks like there's a lot of pressure coming up, and then now it's just selling off. Bigger watcher for today is AESE. So there it goes. AESC selling off. Like I said, there's opportunity on the upside and there's opportunity on the sell-off too, aka short selling it. So that's where it's heading right now. CETX popped up, then it sold off. Possible reversal could happen right here. We just have to wait confirmation for it to get to close above 247. Alright, so looks like CETX doesn't want to make a reversal, while AESC definitely does want to make a reversal. We'll just keep an eye right here on the 490s if it wants to make it there. Nope, nothing there whatsoever. So it's already 649. So let's update this to the trending stocks for today. The trending scanner stocks for today, and organize it by the the percentage gain from open. So AESE. Of course, we have the DGLY, one big one that I mentioned to watch. E-man, that was not looking good. Yeah, so if AESE gets above 490, 495 as a matter of fact, then possible continuation for it. So we'll see how it actually behaves. Otherwise, if it gets below 460, 458, then it's going to be just selling off for the rest of the day. So where's the CETX? One major one that I was talking about, a reversal happening, but it looks like it's not happening at all. Cuddy all the way up to $4.19. Is it going to be selling off over here? Continuation of sell off below 413? No. 413, 412, yeah. So this is where it's probably going to be selling off right there. So big winner for today was an opportunity both ways, again in the upside and on the downside. AESE. So AAC big reversal right here. This thing just wants to keep on moving up. Damn. So definitely not selling off. Any more news for it for today? Again, there's no major news for it. It just, again, it's just being a esports company. Let's see here. Yeah, so no major news whatsoever. So far, from the minute it hit my alert, it was around, where is it at? AESC 339 actually. So 339 first alert, then it hit my 381 alert. So 339, but 339 was that it was selling off. It was at or below, and then it came back to 381. So huge reversal that I had made. So 381 was the alert. So from 381 to now, it's up for a 40% gainer. So great opportunity there with AESC that looks like it doesn't want to stop, continue going up, maybe heading over to the $6. So CETX below 220. So CETX just couldn't make it. Couldn't make it back. Just perfectly fine. So big watcher right here, AESC. Let's just continue watching it. Do its thing because it doesn't want to sell off like usual, especially when there's no news for a stock. Sometimes you do have the ones that just go up like crazy, but sometimes you have the ones that go up and immediately just start selling off like crazy. But that was not the case with AESC. So still moving up, getting close to that resistance around $6. Again, just a lot of volatility on AESE. No news. We can probably try to get the float of it. Let's see what the float of it is. All right, so the float of it is 1.9 million shares of float. So huge amount of volatility over here, and it's still just going up, almost $2 up from the minute I got my alert around 381. So 55% up since I had my alert. Just huge mover right here. And I'm just leaving it there so that way you guys are able to see how it behaves live. I keep on going to some other stocks to see if there's any reversals, so see what's happening. But just AESE is just one major one to watch for today. Just so that way you guys are able to see the volatility of it, how it behaves, um, and just especially again the float of it. Yeah, I'll write it down for you guys. Let's see, AESE float. Float is basically means how many shares of it is available to get traded, and again it's at 1.9 million shares of float. So that's how risky that is. If you compare this to the number of shares to what's a small company, NVDA, or actually not that one. Let's do, if you were to compare, what's a small big company? I can't even think of anyone. Maybe Hertz. Hertz might have more shares, more bigger float than this. Maybe around 500 million, maybe a billion actually. I don't know, but let's just say for example Hertz. Hertz has like a 5 billion float shares. Shares of float. It's just big. Oh, actually no, right here. This one STNE. This is the big price stock. So STNE, it moves very slow. Like you see, for example, today it's moved only 4%, but the moment it opened, which is around 31, now it's around 32. It's just a big, instead of being like around 10%, it's only at 3%. Because again, it's just a bigger stock with more flow. I just don't know the number of shares of flow available on that, but compared to AESE, it's just a huge difference. So again, lower float equals a higher risk. So lower float, more risk. So there you go. So that's why it's slow. So that's why I've been saying, yeah, that's why I've been telling you guys, like I'm waiting for the short sale of it, and it was just not happening. But I think it reached its peak right there at $6, and let's just you guys are gonna watch it live sell off like crazy. That's what I want you guys to see, just experience seeing it live with your own two eyes, on how much risk there is over here. All right, so just huge sell off there, but no continuation to selling off. So AESC is just gonna be a tough one to continue selling off. So I'm just gonna leave it there for you guys. I'm not gonna talk too much today. I just wanted to do this live so that you guys are able to see how these markets behave, especially around this um, time of the year, around June, where it's super slow. But apparently, it's well. There is some stocks that do move here and there, but majority of the time it's going to be super slow. But ASE, no news, no quarterly reports, no nothing for it to move like the way it's doing. So there must be something that we don't know, some inside trading stuff that it's happening for it to drive its price like that. So, and besides on Friday, looks like there was some news on Friday um, about doing a hiring spree. So that could be something there, but otherwise, nothing major for it to go uh, from 350 all the way up to $5.94. I would expect it something maybe $4, maybe 4.50, but 5.94. Never expected that on it. So there must be something else, something bigger for it to drive the price that much, almost more than $2. Since it opened up, so I'll have to do some research and find out what it is. But I'm just gonna leave AESC here for you guys to continue watching it and see how it behaves. So you just got an alert from Neo that is above 415. Um, Huge numbers right here. Let's look at the support and resistance over here. So 424. I gotta wait for confirmation at 424. So we just gotta wait for that one. All right, so there we go. AESC finally selling off. Um, so here we go. Let's just wanna watch the sell off go like crazy. Once it gets past $5, this thing's gonna get ugly. So just waiting for it to get below there. So it's a 506, 507. Again, just keep an eye on this on the level 2 over here. So if you see the buyers, the price coming down lower, that's when you start seeing a sell-off happening. So just keep an eye right here on the demand side, buyer slash demand. That's if the price keeps on dropping. So there it goes. Like I said, once it gets below $5, it's gonna be selling off. Of course, we're gonna see some short sellers covering. So they're gonna cover when if they think it's gonna reach like a so it's reaching like a low of the lowest low over here, which is 480. So maybe even 475. They're just gonna cover up some there, and if it continues selling off, of course they're just gonna keep on holding some of the shares. So same thing, just like the upside of it. When the stock just goes up like crazy like this, and you think it's reaching an ultimate high, you sell most of your shares and then just hold it on to like a few. If it sells off, then you just sell all of your shares and you cut for profit. So the same ideology applies to short selling. You continue to hold, you short sell, and then if you think you're reaching like a point of a reversal, then you cover some and you hold some of your shares. And if it continues, of course, you keep on holding it. But if it makes an excessive reversal, then you just get rid of all your short selling shares and then cut for profit. So pretty simple. That's the way short selling goes. But again, today's bigger winner, again, both sides of the spectrum is both it's just AESC, again, both in the upside and now heading over towards the downside, possibly heading over to that 450 mark right here. So just keep on watching it happening live. But to me, next 14 minutes, that's where the live is going to end, with just watching AESE. Cuddy, other news on Cuddy is it continues moving up. They got bought from KKR. They own 60% of it, and then Cuddy owns only 40% of its company. So we'll see how that goes. Oh, this is okay. CETX looks like it finally made its reversal. I was trying to get this one to get watched for reversal, but of course, kind of late now. Happened 15 minutes ago. So reversal over here around 7 o'clock. 7:01. It's when the actually 7:04. It's when the reversal started happening, and then now a good percent gainer, almost 20%, heading up to 20. Now it's definitely 20. So huge reversal for CETX. Maybe I can get in with this one. Let's see. CETX resistance over here at $3. And next resistance. Yeah, this actually looks like a pretty good reversal. I'm a little bit late, so I don't want to get into it too much. I'm gonna get in with 100 shares. Just gotta wait for the right moment right here. Keeping an eye on the level 2. I see a lot of buyers stepping up. Was that 100? Was that 100 buyer? 100 bidding size? Did somebody overbid? That's gonna bring the price down? Yep, just look at those numbers. It was 60, 70, 100, 123. So too many buyers are in now. So it's definitely gonna drive the price down. Let's do the times and sales. These are 277, 276. 79. So yeah, it's just too many buyers stepped up right there, so the demand got too greater. Now the price could be coming down to 278, 280, 285. Maybe a lot of buyers are stepping in, but they're driving the price up. So this one's interesting to watch. So 284. A lot of sellers are getting rid of their shares too, so that's driving the price up. So it's an even battle right here. Once again, between buyers and sellers, where sellers are seeing the demand go up, and then there it goes. So the sellers are stepping up. So definitely now, a good time for me to come in. I saw the 200s. Just gotta wait for it. Ooh, that doesn't look pretty. The 5-minute looks pretty good. The 1-minute doesn't look so good whatsoever. If I would have gotten over here at around 282. For me to make my 6%, I would have hit, what was it? 298. but I believe it's not gonna hit it over 298. As you can see, more buyers stepping in. So yeah, if I would have gotten in, I wish I could have gotten right here at this reverse over here around 704, and then just try to maximize a good 30% return. But that was not the case. So I was waiting on this for CETX for this reversal to happen. Of course, I was just a little bit too late on it. So 10 minutes left for the live stream. What else? Looks like this stock is moving over here for whatever reason. VTSI. Any news? No news since May 13th. So I don't know why it's moving the way it is, but I'm gonna head back over to DLGY, another reversal too, around the same time as CETX, 705, 704. It looks like both of these are reflecting on one another. So if we look at both of them, except DLGY made an up movement, then sold off, then made a reversal. With CETX, we just see the reversal side of it. So let's just continue watching DLGY over here. Closest resistance is around $3. So maybe we can get up there to $3 mark. So maybe CETX reflects on DLGY instead of DLGY reflecting on CETX. You're just gonna watch it from there and see what kind of move it makes. So GLY selling off now. If it gets below at 253, then it's going to continue selling off. but otherwise it's just not looking pretty for it. So CETX, and now it's making a uptrend. So both of them are making an uptrend. So both of them, as you can see, reflect again. They both kind of reflect a little bit one another in some way. But of course, right here, this green bar is just short sellers covering some of their shares. Same thing with here, some of them covering some of their shares. But we'll see if they're both continues trending down. So I'll link this, and let's put CTX here. Boom, so that way we can see both of them. I'll do the 1 minute. There we go. So DLGY and CETX, both big watchers, so we'll see if they reflect on one another over here. All right, so that is it for today's trade. So I'll see you guys tomorrow for another live stream. Again, I hope you guys had some good trades today. So I'll see you guys tomorrow at 5:55 a.m. sharp for another live stream. I'll see how tomorrow's market goes. Awesome.